framework. So you all can see the screen. All right. So is my voice loud and clear? Okay. All right. So for MVC DAO framework, okay. So basically we're going to create new project inventory. Okay. So this inventory, you need to create a new database and also a table. Okay. So you create customers database with configuration same, yeah. So I'm just using app as username, password as well app, and then I have a table name users table. And okay, in task in exercise 2, task 2, yeah, basically you need to implement the same thing in lab 11, whereby you need to configure the data source in the deployment descriptor. So this will involve web.xml and then glassfish resource.xml and glassfish web.xml. Okay, so this is basically configuration in the application server, configuration of the data source in the application server. Next, you create model component. Right. Well, the component is login bin.java. Okay, I basically have done that, but it's okay. I'll go through with you guys together. So let's create inventory. Next, and finish. Right. So this is your inventory project. So basically, you need to have um, later lah, and then first tadi kita create database. So I have a database customer already. Yeah, so skip that. So I have a table users already. Okay lah. User ID, username, password, full name, and email. All right. So next, let's do the login bin. Okay, create a login bin. So this is the model component. Okay, then the data members will be username, password. New Java class, login bin, um, package bin. Okay, click on finish. Right, so this one implements java.io. Then put the data member, private string, username, private string, password. All right. Okay, default construct. Default constructor. Next, get the end, set the. Okay, done. Your Java bin is ready. Okay. Right. Now create view component, which is JSP. So you need to create login.jsp that will have a form for this username and password as an input parameters, and then create the button for login and reset. So this form will be submitted to login servlet. So in the login servlet, we're going to validate the username and password in the customer's database. Yeah. All right, so let's do that. Create login. Oops, sorry. Uh, yep. Okay, this one will be login. DAO MVC. Create a form. You dah setelah kan create form. You have a valid there. So this one will be submitted to login servlet post. Right. So in the login form, I like to use table because it looks easier to manage. 3. Column 2, border size 0, width 2, oops, cell spacing 2, cell padding 4. Okay, so you have TD here, username. So drag the input text, username. Right here is password. So drag the input type text, password. Then you may choose type password, so it won't be show up the password. So the password will be showed as dot dot dot. So you have a login button to submit, and then one more reset button. Okay, I did just now. Reset. There you go. And form. Right. Then next, create the homepage. Um, mm, home.jsp. Write a homepage to display the username and logout hyperlink as below. Okay. Just we put a skeleton first, and after that maybe later we can put the whole code inside. JSP, right? Not Java class. Home.jsp. Right. So this is home page. Home. Then you can have. I'm using people new paragraph, right? You can also use div or table if you want. Right. In the P, I try welcome. Then we're going to get the value of the username. Okay, so we're going to use session. Okay, you're going to have a set session in the login servlet, and then you pass the session attribute name username to this page, home.jsp. So for that code, um, we use session dot um, session dot get attribute username. Okay, welcome, and then we have logout, right? So new paragraph for logout link. So this logout link will um, go to a servlet. href equal a close. Then you have logout servlet. This. Then it will go. So that is your home page. Okay, now let's create the servlet. Oh, before that, create the database connection class, DB connection. So this is for you easier for you to handle the connection. So you need to have a method name, static connection, create connection to establish a connection to the database, customer database. And then later in the login servlet, you can use the connection, just create an object of create connection, and then you can access the table directly. Okay, let's do that. Create a new Java class DB connection. So you have this public class DB connection. So just create a method. Oh, you are in util package. Okay, it's okay. Just put package name here. Util package. How you do that? Just give a package like that, right? Mm-hmm. Later on nanti dia akan create lah. Okay. Move class to a correct folder. So class DB connection in a util. All right. Mm-hmm. Now you have a method. So create a method. Public static create connection. Okay. So basically I have the code ready for that. Mm-hmm. Let's look my util DB connection. So have you need to have this, yeah. The import package there. Then in the public class DB connection, we have a method name static connection. So you use the coding for connection. So you remember this one? We have done this one in our servlet before. Yeah? So make connection using the try catch. Yeah? So whenever that it create an object of create connection, it will return then connection. Okay, so just copy this one. You have the connection ready. Public class DB connection. Static connection. What's wrong with this? Duplicate class. Util.db connection. Wait. Okay, it's alright. So maybe the be bracket. Yep, then it's fine. Okay. Right, so your login bin is there, your DB connection is there. Now we need to create DAO, login DAO class that act as a data access object. Okay, so put the login DAO under DAO package. And then in the login DAO Java class, need to create a method name string authenticate user login bin. So if you notice, this method will retrieve object as parameter. Yeah. So you're going to pass an object to this method authenticate user because the parameter is actually for object from login bin. Okay, I have that already in here. Let's look at DAO. So this is my login DAO. Okay, so I create login DAO and I put import the bin and login bin because I'm going to pass the object of login bin using the login bin parameter, object parameter. Okay, so next I'm creating a variable connection and I give value now together with the statement and also result set. Okay. Next, in this try catch, I am create a connection from the DB connection class. Okay, when I get this, they are going to return lah whether established or not. So if you establish true, then you can create statement, yeah, using the statement object. Okay, so this is create statement method, and then execute the result set. Yeah, the execute query for this one. Select username password from users, and then the result set. Yeah, will hold an object, and it will iterate. Inilah while loop. Yeah, so in a while loop, I iterate. I'm reading the all the records in the users table. Okay, so I'm getting the username and password. And in this while loop, I will check whether the username, this one is actually from the login bin. Okay, whether is it same as the one that in the database, same as password. So I'm checking whether the password is equals or not with password in the DB. So meaning that from the form just now you buat login, right? So in the login, let's say you pass Ali and then you pass 123. Okay, and then in the database you have Ali, but the password will be 1234. So this one will return, will not go to here. Yeah, so it will return error lah. It will return error, and then your the calling method for this one, for the authenticate user, will have invalid user credential. Yeah, right. So this is the login DAO. All right. So after that, you need to create the login servlet that act as a controller. So in the login servlet, okay, so you need to retrieve the value because just now you have login.jsp. So login.jsp will pass the value to login servlet. In the login servlet, you create a login DAO and perform user validation. So I have given here the code for the creating the object for login DAO and then calling the user authenticate user by passing the bin. Yeah, and then here it will check whether the DAO will return success or not. Yeah, if the user authenticate the authenticate user method in login DAO return success, so it will set the attribute username, and it will forward, okay, this servlet to home.jsp, whereby you already have put it in session get attribute username. So this will display the name of the user that have been logged in just now. Yeah. All right. Boleh kelas? Any question? Okay, Wan. Boleh ya?
Boleh faham.
Faham ya? So the flow is you need to set up the login DAO first because in login servlet you're going to create the object and call the method authenticate user. Yeah, so this authenticate user method is from the login DAO. So login DAO must be right first. You write the login DAO first, and then you continue with login servlet. Okay, and then if the user validate return fail, meaning that return error or return false lah basically. Okay, so it will redirect the page login.jsp with user validate values, whereby you will actually have uh, return invalidate user credential. So it will return this message in login.jsp. So in the login.jsp, you also need to have something like this, yeah, session.get attribute error message. So maybe you want to put it before the login form. Yeah? Okay, let me see the one that have been done. Check form action. Yep, already put in the basically in the TD itself after the password. So I put the request.get attribute error message. Yeah? So I'm displaying the request.get attribute error message in the login.jsp before the submission of the form. So you also can do that, yeah, in order for you to fulfill this requirement. Yeah, so bila dia fail, it will go to dispatch or it will forward this login servlet to login.jsp with printing out the error message. Because you already set that error message here, so in the login.jsp, you'll be able to retrieve the set attribute visit validate. Yeah. So this is logout servlet. So basically, this is for you when you want to log out. Okay, so if you want to log out from the home page, logout servlet will be called. So create a logout servlet. So I have logout servlet in the controller. Okay, so it being handled into get method. So I create HTTP session, request.get session, and then checking the session. If not null, and then the session is invalidate. So this is a method to destroy all the session, meaning that all the username, all the password, it will be destroyed. The variable, all the variable from the request, because they're gunakan session. Yeah. And then you can also set the attribute for this error message equal to you have logged out successfully. So whenever that you go to login.jsp, it will display you have logged out after you click the button log out. Yeah, from the home, click log out, and it will redirect to login.jsp with the error message you have logged out successfully. Okay, so this one will be print out in the log, in the NetBeans log. Yeah, Glassfish log, server log. All right. Okay, let's try this one. Password apa ya? 1, 2, 3. So they can print out invalid user credential. Let's check it out. What is the password for that? View data. Oh, I don't have any data yet, is it? Oh, I do have. Admin 123. Okay, go back here, put it admin 123. It should show welcome admin, which is the username. And when you click logout, it will go to the logout servlet, and then it will set the attribute for error message you have logged out successfully and go to the login.jsp. So this is how your laptop should be. Boleh? Okay. So basically, if you have complete this lab 12, you already have the login, right, for your project. So just use the code um, and just use the code je lah. Kan, tak payah nak create code baru for authenticate user. And in terms of showing the MVC DAO, you already have that. So basically, you already have the model login bin. You already have the controller, which is login servlet, logout servlet. And then even you have a DAO here for data access object, and you have the view of the JSP. Okay, so you have the MVC framework plus the DAO for Lab 12. So you can continue doing your code inside this, or you want just to copy the code into your project. Yeah, if you have started your project. Have you guys started the project development? Dah start belum? Dah. Dah start ya? Okay. All right. So you can implement the Lab 11 and Lab 12 yeah, for your MVC framework. And also Lab 13. Later on when you do Lab 13 next week, so basically it already cover for registration. Yeah, so you can also reuse the code after you have complete the Lab 13 as well. So, okay, this is Lab 12, and then you need to submit this as a post lab. Okay, please do this post lab. Please do this lab exercise and then submit the post lab. Okay, can you guys submit by Sunday? Boleh? Boleh ya? So in case if anyone have any problem, just let me know. Yeah. You also can apply, can request for extension lah if you need. Okay, kalau there is no problem, just proceed to submit by Sunday. Yeah. Okay. Everyone okay ke? Lab 12, so far so good.
Okay, Doktor.
Ribah okay? Aimi? Kila?
Okay, Doktor.
Siti Asia? Siti Syahada?
Okay, Doktor.
Okay, yeah. All right. I think that's all for today. Okay, please do the lab exercise and submit it by Sunday. Okay, anyone have any issue or any problem or any questions to ask regarding the project, you can stay. I will wait until everyone leave the meeting room. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you class.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doktor.
Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor.